our next two guests, Gayle, need very little introduction. They are the powerhouse sports couple, Megan Rapinoe and Stu Bird, the soccer and basketball superstars, and superstar is a word here. Together host a podcast that's called A Touch More. I love that title, where they dive into all things sports and pop culture. We're happy to say that Stu Bird and Megan Rapinoe join us for an exclusive interview. We always love it when you guys come. So welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Thanks for having us.
I love this podcast because it says everyone watches women's sports, and now there's a podcast just for that. And boy, are you needed during the Final Four for the women. Let's start with that.
know.
Whose bracket is still intact?
Both of them.
Yeah.
Well, we kind of did one together.
Oh, you
Okay.
did? Okay.
But it's
okay.
like, I really did it.
You really did it.
Yeah, if it was a soccer bracket.
Okay, tell us what it is there, Stu.
So it was like a group assignment, but you.
Oh, you got UConn in there.
I'm like, I was there.
Prize pick.
I was there giving vibes.
Yeah, Notre Dame messed us up a little bit.
Yeah.
I didn't like them in college, and I shouldn't have picked them out. I feel regretful.
No, they
about
had
that.
too much hype and they were out.
Yeah, we're doing all right.
So it's so hard for me because, listen, I covered UConn sports. I lived there for 19 years and knew all the guys and all the players, both men and women. But I so love Dawn Staley. You don't have that. You're not divided at all, I'm sure.
I love Dawn Staley also.
I know you do.
She was my Olympic coach.
I know she
also
was.
Olympic teammate. But yeah, no. No, we're going UConn on this one.
And the thing I like about the podcast, you said when the Final Four, it just changes things for you as a player. When you make it, it changes things.
Absolutely.
More eyeballs on it, more people are paying attention.
It's a huge platform.
Yeah.
You're just seeing it. There's millions of viewers, sponsors, obviously with NIL now. You just get there and it's like your time to shine. I feel like for college kids, it's like their first exposure to like the big leagues, sort of. It's like this is like a main event for everybody.
Speaking of big-time events, you guys are going to have a live show just after the Final Four in Tampa. April, when's it coming up?
Yeah, we're on the morning of the final.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell us about
a
it.
little boozy brunch.
Yeah?
Oh, boozy
Yeah.
brunch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't you guys like live?
We love live.
Yes.
It's way better. You get the like performance part. That's like we miss about playing.
Wait, is it really going to be a little bit boozy?
It's a little bit. We got to get ourselves sauced up for the
There's nothing
game.
wrong with that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Do that every now and then. Maybe
Yeah.
on Friday.
Yeah, for sure. Speaking of live, Sue, you and Diana Taurasi have the alt cast, and it's unique because you guys have fun, and if you're inside the locker room, you get all the inside jokes. What's special about that relationship? You've known her for years.
Yeah.
She's an absolute legend on and off the court.
And she's coming on your live podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know. Speaking of boozy,
Yeah.
it's also part of the live cast, the all cast. No, Dee and I have just spent so much time together. We played in college together. We were on Olympic teams together. We also played in Russia together for a total of, I think, 7 years. A lot of downtime, a lot of doing this, just talking. So when you see us in the all cast at the Final Four, that's what our lives were like for 7 years in Russia. Just us watching sports, yakking. And so we give everybody a taste of that.
Megan, talk about the explosion in women's sports, because it's basketball, it's soccer, it's everything that we are all paying attention now in ways that we never have before. The last couple years, I would say.
Yeah, it's billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. It's first of all, you're exactly right. It's money and eyeballs. We feel like the world finally caught up to women's
With what
sports.
you
like,
know.
Yeah, we've always sort of like been here. We've always been exciting, whether it's World Cups or Olympics or, Final Fours, but the investment is there now. And that allows you to grow the business at every level, from front office to the fan experience to paying players to the sponsors that are like supporting the whole business.
Yeah,
of it.
women are flying private on private charters. The locker room facilities have finally caught up. And I'm thinking, what took so long for that to happen? Because the athleticism on the court is clearly totally next
The
level.
court, the field, it's always
All
been.
of it.
Women
It's
have always been
It's always
balling.
been.
Yeah.
that.
But there's still, I don't want to say it's a long way to go. Maybe you can elaborate when it comes to compensation, though. Do you believe there's still a lot of room for growth in that space?
Yeah, there's a ton of room for growth. I mean, the thing about the compensation is they're under an agreement. They're under a collective bargaining agreement, and those get renegotiated when they get renegotiated. It doesn't always go in real time.
Yeah.
I feel like NIL happened so quickly in, especially in women's college basketball, but that happened so quickly. Sponsorships can happen so quickly. They're not under the same sort of restrictions basically. So I know the WCBA they'll start negotiating this year for a new contract next year. The NWSL is under a new CBA. So that takes a little bit longer. The structure's a little bit different, but as that's happened, players' compensations off the field has exploded, and that's a great sign for what's going to come in these next contracts.
Before we go, what's the best part about your podcast? For me, it's the two of you together, because we get glimpses into your relationship, how you feel about each other, and how you feel about the world.
keep it
That
real.
for me is fun, and they keep it very real. What's the most fun for you? And then we got to go.
When we get to litigate our bickers, I think.
Yeah.
Public litigation
Yeah.
of the clash.
And the people pick sides.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they're not afraid about
That's a
picking
beautiful
side.
thing.
Yeah, we
It
appreciate
is.
you. Listen, we describe you as a power sports couple, but you're much more than that. Thank you so much,
Yes,
Sue Bird,
yes,
Megan
yes, yes.
Rapinoe, absolute legends.
A Touch
You
More.
can watch new episodes of A Touch More.
I love that touch.
Every Thursday, wherever you get your podcast.